the Dallas Cowboys. Do you think they're the best team in the NFC East?
I think they still are the best team in the NFC East, although they lose some players, right? They lose a handful of guys. They get Amari Cooper moved, Gregory's moved. But I think when you look at it, the quarterback right now is the best quarterback in the division. I don't care what nobody says. He's the best quarterback in the division. Jalen Hurts is on his way.
Right.
Jalen Hurts led his team as a full-time starter to the playoffs. They ran up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But look, Ezekiel Elliott is in better shape. Okay, he's committed himself again to being the best player that he possibly could be on the field. They got Tony Pollard there. The big question for them, though, is CeeDee Lamb. Can CeeDee Lamb take the next step and become the alpha dog, number one wide receiver? Everybody can't do it. I know people think they can because the top guy and Amari Cooper moved on, and now CeeDee Lamb moves into that situation.
Right.
It's hard to be the number one guy. You get doubled. You get bracketed. Okay? Sometimes the balls don't come to you early and often, so you can lose focus. Can he become that guy where I'm on a 10-play drive and we're going to go 85 yards, and out of the 10 plays, you get 6 of them capped off at a touchdown in the end? Can he be that guy? If he can, then they should be able to run away with this division, especially because they got a solid defense. Their defense is solid, not bad at all.
I don't think they're the best team in the NFC East. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. And when you look at this team, they have the best tight end. They have the best offensive line. They have the best wide receiver.
I don't know if they got the best tight end, man. Dalton Schultz is good.
He's not better than Dallas Goedert. Let's be serious, Keith.
I'm saying he's good, though.
He's not better than Dallas Goedert.
Everybody take their steps. He may be ahead of him because of the passing game going somewhere else.
So that means they have the better tight end, though, right?
Doesn't mean that he's the better tight end.
He's the better tight end, Key. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to submit
I'm going to let you have that just because you're going to have it.
They got the best wide receiver group, and they had the number one run offense in the National Football League last year. The best thing Nick Sirianni did last year, after they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he said, you know what? Let's stop trying to throw this football around everywhere. Let's lean on this offensive line and these running backs that we have and utilize the legs of Jalen Hurts. Now, I'm also going to make a bold statement. I don't think Dak Prescott is going to have the best season at the quarterback position in the NFC East. I actually think that's going to be Jalen Hurts because they got an addition to a guy named A.J. Brown. You just mentioned that number one receiver, right, that you can lean on and throw that football to no matter what, if he's one-on-one, if he's double, if he's triple team. The film doesn't lie. The eye in the sky does not lie. When I'm in saying that, we have seen A.J. Brown consistently over and over again in Tennessee make those plays as a number one wide receiver. So that's why I got the Eagles first winning the NFC East because of the trenches, the offensive line, the defensive line. But then not only that, I think Jalen Hurts is going to be the best quarterback in that division this year because of his surroundings.
Look, when you talk about Jalen Hurts, there's no question that he is certainly moving in the right direction. I take nothing away from that. But when you say the best receiving core in the division, they probably have, I would say, probably the most experienced receiving core based on A.J. Brown coming over. But I don't know that they the best. I don't know that they're better than CeeDee Lamb and a healthy Micah Gallup because, wait, hold on.
He just tore his ACL in January, Keith.
But hold on.
He's not playing early on.
But hold on. We don't know yet. Let's see. Let's see what he is when he comes back. Let's see if CeeDee Lamb is a true number one. Okay? I'll give you, based on the experience, that they are better right now. But if the Cowboys do anything like they've shown with the Michael Irvins, with the Dez Bryants, with the T.O.s, making Amari Cooper with the number one guy being the focus in the passing game, he could emerge and be something special.
But you said it yourself, though.
Well, let's see.
It's difficult, Keith.
It is.
It's difficult when you don't have that guy on the opposite side.
Yeah, but he was a true one in college.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when he was healthy at times for Dallas, he has eaten. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to just say.
And I don't want to say that he can't do it. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's more difficult when you don't have those two guys. And Michael Gallup, he's not going to be there early on, and you don't have Amari Cooper. That may have been one of the main mistakes that Jerry Jones made this offseason was getting rid of Amari Cooper because when you all look at it now, James Washington is hurt. Now you're going to be leaning on a rookie wide receiver, Jalen Tolbert. Not saying Jalen Tolbert can't play. I don't think you want to be leaning on him, and you know your coach, you know this team, America's team. They have to make the playoffs and thrive in the playoffs.
Do they got the best coach in the division?
Mike McCarthy?
Yeah. Is he the best coach in the division?
Quickly.
Hold on, let me think. Ooh.
Yes or no?
No, I think Ron Rivera is a better coach than Mike McCarthy.
HG, I thought you were going to ruffle some feathers and say that the Cowboys weren't going to make it to the playoffs.
Oh, no, they're not going to make the playoffs either.
Okay. Well,
that was the last one. They're not even going to make the playoffs this year.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.